Hi guys, welcome to a new video. I'll be talking today about all the Scarlet and Violet sets, which is currently the best one to invest into. I also added Terrestrial Festival because it's coming out next month, and I thought might as well add it because there's so much hype around it. First of all, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like on the video, that would be much appreciated. If we dive right into it, we'll start off with Obsidian Flames. I'll also quickly look at each card, what the top chase pools are of each set, because yeah, I don't want to make this video too long, but I quickly want to show you. Of course, we have the Charizard. It's basically a full Charizard set. We can see that the prices are not really that developed, and there's not really a chase. So I'm just gonna put this for now and see. I might change this all later. Obsidian Flames has some good singles that you can possibly invest into, but in general, all together, I think it's not really the one of the best sets from Scarlet and Violet to invest into. The price is also not really supporting it. Of course, there's some singles there where a lot of profit can be made, but in general, I think it's one of the weaker sets. Next off, we have Paldea Evolved. If we take a look at the top pool from Paldea Evolved, it's of course the Magikarp, and then you have the Iono, Tyranitar, Raichu. I've made a lot of videos about the set, so I'm not going to go too much into it. All in all, there's a lot of depth to it, and I think Paldea Evolved right now is one of the underrated sets. Or it's not underrated because it is already climbing up in price, but I think there's so much room to be made, and I can definitely see Paldea Evolved being a 200 like booster box, €200, $200 booster box. In 2025, so I think Paldea Evolved is actually one of the stronger ones. You don't hear too many people talk about it. Everyone is focused on Searching Sparks, on Terrestrial Festival, but I think you can't forget Paldea Evolved. It has, of course, a chase card, the Magikarp, which are already hitting $200. You also have a lot of other great cards, which are all in all great value. Next off, we have 151. This for many people has been the set that brought them back into Pokemon. We have of course the Charizard, we have the Blastoise, we have the Venusaur, the Zapdos. So there are a lot of good chase cards in this. Right now, if I must put the 151 in the category, I would probably put it in like A or S. But the prices are just so expensive. If I see what I can get them for in Europe, I would probably say it's an A B tier. I think it's now a little bit too late to put it into an S tier to really invest into it. For now, I'll just put it in a B. I hear in America there's a lot of restock coming, continuously dropping, and I see people going crazy for it. So if you're in America, I would definitely say 151 is still a really good set to invest into. For now, I guess I'll put it on A because of course it's such a strong set, but the prices I just don't justify it. It's just if you buy like an ETB in Europe, I'm pretty sure it's like roughly like 70, 80 euros if I'm not mistaken. Which in my opinion is just not worth. It's very expensive per pack, and the chance of pulling these chase cards is just very hard right now. So I think 151 already had its run, and I think right now is not the best time to invest in it into. If 151 is gonna get another reprint, then I would say it's a very good moment to invest into it. Alright, next we have Paradox Rift. Paradox Rift has been one of my favorite sets of Scarlet and Violet. I think it's very underrated. Of course, it doesn't have that chase card where you're looking at for other sets, which has like $200, €200, but it just has some very nice cards. I think all in all, the set still has a long way to go. It's of course not one of these sets that's next month going to be all of a sudden $200, but you can pick this up quite cheap still. It's roughly like $110, $115, depending on where you get it. So I'll definitely put this in the A category, maybe even S. I think for now I'll put it in A and I'll put 151 in B. I think Paradox Rift has a good run to still go ahead. Like Altaria was, for example, I bought this card like a bunch for like €14, and then all of a sudden it jumped up to €30. So I think there are a lot of cards will do the same. Iron Valiant, same story, was like a €20 card, €18 card. Now it's 30. I see these cards still climbing. Of course, it's not one of the best sets because it doesn't have the chase cards. Of course, it has the Groudon, but I don't see the Groudon being a €200 card anytime soon. So right now, I'll put it either on the A or B tier, anywhere in between that. Because it's still a good set to. So don't forget that, right? Like set is one thing, but to find product which is for a good price, I would definitely say I'll put it in the A category. Next, we have Paldean Fates. We of course have the Bubble Mew carrying this set heavily. It's been going up like crazy the past few months, or this month in particular. You can see it's roughly now a $300, €300 plus card. I can see that product is like, because it's a specialty set, you don't have the booster box for Paldean Fates. It's pretty hard to get for a justified price. So for now, I'm gonna put it in the B category. I don't see good product for good prices. It's kind of the same with 151. They both don't have that booster box, and the ETBs are just kind of expensive. I'll probably put the Paldean Fates above 151 to invest into. If you were to buy singles, like I would probably put the 151 above Paldean Fates. I just see that there are a lot more chase cards in the 151. But just if you're looking for product, I would put Paldean Fates above, because the 151 is just so expensive currently. Alright, next we have Stellar Crown. Stellar Crown is a set that's very new. It's not much talked about, and it doesn't really have that chase card or Terrapagos, which is not really a fan favorite Pokemon, so to say. Of course, the set is gonna be carried by the Squirtle and Bulbasaur. And in fact, you can probably still get this like roughly for like 110 euros, 105 euros, 115 euros, depending on where you look. It's a very good set to invest into. I think I would definitely also put it in the A tier behind Paradox Rift. I think Paradox Rift is a stronger set than Stellar Crown. It's of course a lot older, right? So if we look at all the sets, we can see that Paradox Rift, there have been 1, 2, 3, 4 sets in between Stellar Crown and Paradox Rift. We don't really count it Trick or Trade. So I would say Paradox Rift is definitely not going to get a reprint anymore, while Stellar Crown may still get it. And then all in all, I would say Paradox Rift is a stronger set, so that's why I put it above. But Stellar Crown you can still pick up quite cheap. Next we got Temporal Forces, so let's take a look at that. If we look at the top chase card, we of course have the Raging Bolt, the Iron Crown, the Walking Wake, the Gouging Fire, Iron Leaves, etc. Right now, this all in all, people know that the pull rate, or for the people that don't know, that it has a very hard pull rate. But I think for what you can get it still for, I think it's a very good set. You can still get this around, like roughly around 110, 115, maybe a little bit higher. But I think these chase cards are definitely gonna get a lot more expensive. I'll probably for now put it into the A tier. It might even be an S tier. I just think that Paldea Evolved is such a better investment right now compared to Temporal Forces. But Temporal Force is definitely a better set all in all compared to Paradox Rift and Stellar Crown. If I look at it, you can also see it has quite some depth. Maybe I'll actually even put it in the S tier, because I see these chase cards still going a lot higher than what they are right now. And you can still get it for a pretty cheap price. So Temporal Force would for me be anywhere between S or A tier. Next we have Shrouded Fable. Shrouded Fable is probably one of the sets that flopped. You can see there's not really that chase card that you're looking for. It of course has some good cards within the set, but it's also a quite new set. You have the Earthen Vessel Gold card being a chase card, and I don't know if that's really what you want to be as a chase card of a set. So for now, I will put it, you might think why put it in B or C, but I think it's a pretty good set because it's so cheap. Like I see these booster bundles going for like 16, 17 euros, 18 euros, depending on where you look. And that price per pack is very good value, right? Like if you just look at all these cards, if you buy 6 packs, right, for like, let's say 18 euros, you just need to pull one of like the top 20 cards and you have your money back, give or take, you know? So therefore, I would say it's a good moment right now to invest into. Long run, I would probably say Paradox Rift is better. But for now, Shrouded Fable is definitely a good set to get into. I think right now, because it's just so cheap, I'll put Shrouded Fable maybe even above Paradox Rift. But long run, Paradox Rift is definitely going to beat it. Next set would be Twilight Masquerade. We have, of course, the Greninja. This took everyone a bit by surprise by how expensive it got. It, of course, has also to do with the pull rate. Twilight Masquerade is a set that's kind of been developed in terms of prices if I see what the products are going for. So right now I'll probably put this in a B category. But you can get the booster boxes pretty cheap still. So I'll probably get probably get it in the A category, and I'll put Stellar Crown to B category. I think that's the best. But I'll put Twilight Masquerade above Shrouded Fable because it does have that booster box. So for singles I'll probably also say Shrouded Fable is better, but just because it has a booster box, Twilight Masquerade, and it does have that Greninja that's just carrying the set, and of course has some other ones. I just see the prices being a lot more developed, and for the fact that you can still get a booster box for like under 120 euros, it's a good set to look at. Alright, next is Searching Sparks. Searching Sparks is right now our latest English set. We of course have the Pikachu EX, which of course is an ultimate chase card right now. It's $500 almost. You of course also have the Latios EX 250. Right now, I don't really know what to say about the set because it is very hyped and it's a very strong set. So don't get me wrong about where I'm gonna put this right now, because if Searching Sparks gets a reprint, it's no doubt an S tier for me. But the fact that it's still so new and is still waiting for a reprint, in my opinion, I think it is gonna get a reprint. I'll wait until the reprint. So right now, I'm just gonna put this in the B category as well. Wait for the reprint for Searching Sparks and then heavily invest into it. Next, we have Terrestrial Festival. Right now, for me, there's not a set to invest into. I know what people might say. Yeah, it has the best cards of Scarlet and Violet, etc. But the price that you're paying for all of these products is just through the roof. Like, I would wait again until it gets a reprint. Right now, it's for sure. I'll probably put this in the A tier because of how good the set is. I think I'll put Paradox Rift. Maybe I'll put Shrouded Fable at the end here, and I'll put Terrestrial second. Just wait for the reprint though. I think I'll put it even in the first line of the A, first place on A category. Make sure that you guys wait for the reprint. Don't buy into the hype right now where you pay like 110 euros for like a Japanese booster box. Wait to see what the English prices do. Wait for the reprints because it's definitely gonna get a reprint. People thought with 151, oh, it's not gonna get a reprint. Prices went through the roof. It ended up getting a huge reprint. It got printed to the ground, and then prices were kind of reasonable, and all the single prices dropped. So I'll wait for that and then heavily invest into it because it is a very strong set. Of course, it's all the evolutions and etc. Last is the Scarlet and Violet base set. For the people thinking, why am I going so fast through it? I don't want the video to be long. Like when I watch other videos and they're like 30 minutes long doing these type of videos, I kind of get bored, so I understand. So that's why I'm kind of rushing through it. If you have like questions about why I made certain decisions, put it in the chat, add me on Discord, and then we can talk about it in more depth. Last set is of course the Scarlet and Violet set. Right now, it's like, I don't know, it's a set with no chase card at all, right? It has very many cards which are worth not that much, and you can still buy like a booster box for 105 euros. So for me, I'll probably put this also at the end of the B tier. I'll probably put 151 actually above Paldean Fates, thinking about it. Yeah, I think Scarlet and Violet is the end of the B tier. Sure, and I see a lot of people say, yeah, it's a set that still has to develop, but I just don't see the cards within the set where I would be like, oh my god, I need to get the set. I think it's not gonna be like a set that's like, you're not gonna lose your money on it. Like if you buy a booster box right now for like 105 euros, 110 euros, I can see this being like a 200 euro booster box, but for sure like 2026. I don't see this set being a 200 euro booster box in 2025. It still has a long way to go. So therefore I would put it in B. All in all, I think this is probably my ranking. Paldea Evolved is the best set to go right now. It already got the reprint and we saw that the prices really didn't go much down, which really held the value. Temple Force is a good set. I would say Terrestrial Festival, wait for the reprint. Twilight Masquerade is of course good. I'd probably put Paradox Rift. I really love the set. It's very affordable what you pay for the booster boxes right now. Searching Sparks, wait for the reprint. Stellar Crown, it's a decent set. I'd probably put it behind 151. Paldean Fates, the products is kind of expensive. You don't have that booster box. The Mew already made a big run. So don't buy into the hype. That's always my one lesson or tip I can give people. Scarlet and Violet is in all very good set to invest into, but it's just gonna take so long. And I don't see, like if all of a sudden the prices would go crazy for whatever reason, I don't see why you can't buy it midway in 2025 and buy it for like 120 euros instead of 105 euros, right? So I don't think you still have a lot of time for Scarlet and Violet base set. But all in all, this would be my tier list for all the Scarlet and Violet sets to invest into right now. These are not my predictions of what the singles would do, but just what product would do, right? Like what you pay for product right now and what your return of value would be, let's say in a half a year, in a couple months at the end of 2025. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Add me on Discord if you have any personal questions, and don't forget to like the video. Thank you. Bye.